Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Did you know that one of your greatest strengths could be walking away? In life, we often get caught up in relationships, habits, and expectations from others, forgetting that knowing when to stop, when to say no, and when to protect ourselves is the key to maintaining our self-respect, inner strength. Today, we'll explore how letting go can not only be an act of self-protection, but also an opportunity to reinvent your life, discover your true inner strength, and unlock untapped potential. Let's see why. Sometimes walking away can be the most powerful decision you can make. 1. Self-discovery and setting boundaries. We live in a society where constantly meeting the needs of others can sometimes become a habit. But how do you know where your limits are? Setting boundaries not only helps protect your mental health, but also enables you to build your own authentic life. Stoicism, the philosophy of self-discipline, teaches that calmness and self-mastery come from understanding what we can control, what we cannot. When you become aware of your limits, you won't be swept up in things that are beyond your control. Self-discovery is the first step in understanding what you truly need, want, and can tolerate. Setting clear boundaries is how you maintain self-respect and protect your personal space. Don't let anyone or any circumstance violate those boundaries. This is one of the core principles of Stoicism, not allowing external interference to disrupt your inner peace. When you understand yourself and what you can accept, setting boundaries becomes easier. It's not about rejecting others rudely, but recognizing that you deserve your own space, a life not overwhelmed by the desires and needs of others. Stoic philosophers believe that life becomes easier when you let go of things that no longer serve you, including things or relationships that negatively impact your inner peace. You have the right to choose what's best for you, from your work to your personal relationships. This doesn't mean you become cold or selfish. On the contrary, it helps you maintain healthy and sustainable relationships. When you don't know your boundaries, you can easily get caught up in others, manipulated, or hurt without realizing it. But when you know and are willing to defend your limits, you'll feel more confident and no longer fear being violated. The first step in setting boundaries is understanding that you deserve space and privacy. From there, creating healthy relationships becomes easier, and you'll experience the power of protecting yourself. 2. Why do we try to please others? Surely you've done something just to please someone else, even though you didn't want to. But why do we have this tendency? Is it because we want to be liked, or simply to avoid conflict? When we focus too much on pleasing others, we lose sight of ourselves. Stoicism suggests that trying to please others reflects a lack of self-control. This philosophy emphasizes that life becomes easier when we understand what we can control and what we cannot. When you live to please others, you allow them to define your value instead of defining it for yourself. This leads to exhaustion and a decrease in self-esteem. We tend to please others because we seek recognition and want to feel important. But this doesn't bring lasting happiness. When you live for others, you slowly lose your identity and can no longer grow in your own way. The cost is that you end up living according to the expectations of others rather than living for yourself. Stoicism advises that instead of seeking validation from others, you should seek peace from within. When you live according to your own values, you no longer feel pressured to meet everyone else's demands. Saying no to things that don't align with you is a way to protect your self-respect and grow as an individual. It's not that you refuse to help others, but you learn how to help without losing respect for yourself. Stoicism teaches that self-mastery and self-awareness are the keys to living a fulfilling life, not by pleasing others, but by living true to yourself. 3. Step out to protect yourself. In life, there are times when we face situations or relationships that make us feel uncomfortable or even hurt. But instead of silently enduring, stepping out is often the best way to protect ourselves. So why do we hesitate to step out? Stepping out doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing to protect your mental and emotional health. This is a powerful act that shows self-respect and self-awareness. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control everything around us, but we can fully control how we respond. When you realize that a situation or relationship has become toxic, Stepping out is the way to maintain your peace and personal growth. Stepping out can be difficult, especially when it's a long-term relationship or a situation you face every day. However, stepping out is the first step towards a healthier life, an environment where you can grow and master yourself. It not only helps you avoid negativity, but also creates space for new opportunities and relationships that bring support and respect. Stoicism also advises that we approach every situation with an objective perspective. Relationships or situations that cause suffering can be opportunities for learning and growth. But if they can't be changed or improved, stepping out is the way to avoid being affected by them. Stepping out isn't quitting, it's deciding to protect yourself so you can live a freer, fuller, and happier life. Truly loving yourself means knowing when to step out of things that no longer serve your growth. 4. Saying no and defining your goals. One of the key elements to protecting yourself and fostering personal growth is learning how to say no. At first glance, saying no may make you feel guilty, but in reality, it's how you protect your time, energy, and mental health. This simple word holds great power in helping you maintain self-control and stay focused on your goals. When you don't know how to say no, you can easily fall into the trap of people-pleasing, neglecting your own needs and dreams. You may feel tired, stressed, and lose your sense of control over your own life. Stoicism teaches that rejecting requests that don't align with your values is part of self-control and inner wisdom. When you don't let yourself be swayed by others' desires, you're upholding your own principles. Defining clear goals is how you can protect yourself from distractions. When you know exactly what you want, you'll be able to say no to things that don't bring you closer to that goal. Having a clear goal also helps you avoid unnecessary relationships, jobs, or commitments. Stoicism advises that you set goals not just to achieve success, but to live a life aligned with your personal values. These goals will help you recognize when to say no, in order to preserve your self-respect and avoid getting off track. Saying no isn't a selfish act, it's a smart strategy to focus on what matters most. When you decline unnecessary requests, you free up time and energy for what truly deserves it. This not only helps you move closer to your personal goals, but also allows you to create a balanced life where you can live authentically. 5. Clear goals help protect yourself. One of the most powerful ways to protect yourself in a world full of distractions is by setting clear goals. When you know what you want and where you're headed, not only can you easily avoid negative influences, but you also maintain focus and peace in your life. Goals are like a map that guides you through life. With clear goals, you can distinguish between what's important and what's not worth your time. This helps you say no to distractions and focus on what truly matters. Stoicism teaches that each person has the right to choose their own path and should not let external factors disrupt their inner peace. Clear goals help you stay grounded, no matter how the world around you changes. Goals make it easier to say no to things that don't deserve your time or energy. This is how you protect yourself from pointless arguments, draining relationships, or commitments that don't align with your values. Goals act as a shield, helping you maintain your self-respect and inner tranquility. When you have a goal, you take control of building the life you want, rather than being swept along by others' demands. Goals also help you recognize the opportunities and challenges that are truly worth your effort. Ultimately, goals remind you of why you started in the first place. They serve as a tool to protect yourself from things beyond your control and help you stay confident in every decision. Stoicism advises that you build your life from within, and clear goals are the key to doing just that. 6. Saying no and protecting your self-respect. Saying no can be one of the most powerful actions you take to protect your self-respect. We often find it difficult to say no to others because we fear disappointing them or causing conflict. However, if you don't learn how to say no, you risk being exploited, losing self-respect, and gradually losing control of your own life. Stoicism teaches that self-respect doesn't come from pleasing others, but from the ability to uphold your own principles and values, no matter what you have to decline. Saying no isn't a negative act. In fact, it's a way to show respect for yourself. When you say no to a request that doesn't align with your values, you're protecting your time, energy, and peace of mind. Saying no is not just a way to set clear boundaries with others, but also a sign of confidence and strength. People with high self-respect know their worth and aren't afraid to say no when necessary. This helps them maintain respect for themselves and earn the respect of others. Saying no helps you maintain healthy relationships and avoid being taken advantage of. If you can't say no, you'll easily get caught up in meaningless commitments or even be treated disrespectfully. Protecting your self-respect also means creating clear boundaries between you and others, which helps preserve your inner peace. Stoicism encourages you to build mental resilience, recognizing that while you can't control others' actions, you can control how you respond and protect yourself. Therefore, saying no isn't a weakness or selfishness, but a strong action to protect your self-respect and build a life that aligns with your values. 7. Stepping out of toxic relationships. Sometimes the most important step in protecting yourself is to step out of toxic relationships. Whether with friends, partners, or even family, these relationships can have a negative impact on your growth, mental well-being, and emotional health. Staying in unhealthy relationships can drain your energy and diminish your sense of self-worth. We often find it difficult to let go of people who have been in our lives for a long time, but as Stoicism teaches, maturity comes with knowing what is good for you and what needs to be released. Everyone deserves to be surrounded by people who uplift and encourage them. If a relationship doesn't help you grow, it's time to step out. Stepping out of a toxic relationship doesn't mean you don't care about the other person, but it means you're taking care of yourself. You cannot change others, but you can choose not to let them negatively affect your life. Having the power to walk away is one of the strongest ways to protect your self-respect and open the door to positive relationships. Every time you step away from a toxic relationship, you protect yourself and make room for better things. This may be difficult, but it is necessary to build the life you deserve. Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond to them. Let your self-respect and determination to protect yourself guide you in making these decisions. When you dare to step out of toxic relationships, you're not only protecting yourself, but also opening the door to a freer, fresher, and more meaningful life. It's how you build inner strength, show respect for yourself, and acknowledge that every precious moment of your life deserves to be spent with people and relationships that bring positive energy. Don't hesitate to say no to what doesn't align with you, and courageously step out to protect your values. When you master these decisions, you'll realize that the greatest strength isn't in holding on, but in knowing when to let go at the right time. If you found this message helpful, don't forget to leave a like and share it with those around you. Let's create a strong community together, where each individual knows how to protect themselves and grow in the best possible way.